everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great full moon. That full moon was really something. I want to let you know that we are live today, and it is the 3rd of October at a little after noon Pacific time, and here we are. Just realized I forgot to sign out of the lines. I'm still at work. I'm so sorry to whoever tried to call me. I gots to go. Okay, I'm just pinning my banner to the top of the page in the chat room, and you can find the chat room by heading over to 12radio.com. Click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. Easy enough, I think. If you would like to uh, chat with me there, you can. You can also watch this event as a live stream through YouTube or Facebook by looking for Katie Weaver Domestic Mystic. So that's what's up. I hope that I am broadcasting live. I feel like maybe I'll just check on my microphone. It just seemed like it happened too easy. Okay. We'll see how we do there. Oh, yeah, we weren't. Okay, Mike live. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Here we are. So we are live. For some reason, my mic got turned off on the broadcaster, but it's back on now. So you should be able to hear me whether you're listening to 1 2 Radio or you are over at YouTube or Facebook. It should be all there now. So, and I apologize for my absence last week. As you know, I was going on a girls' trip to the Pacific Northwest with my friends, or with my friends, my sisters and my daughters, definitely my friends, and my nephew Mike. And we had a marvelous time. And we all came home with COVID. Yep, we all came home with COVID. So, and it actually last Tuesday was my worst day. So I almost powered through, and then I realized that's just silly and it's okay to take a break when you need to. So I did, and it was good. So I'm definitely still a little scratchy and a little sinusy, but no fever, not testing positive. Uh, really, it's just the cough. Everything else is good now. It's just still the cough, and my lungs are jerks and like to hang on to this stuff for a while. So it may be a minute. But, everything else is good. So, as far as COVIDs go, last October, I had a COVID that I thought might kill me. I was literally that sick. I've never been sicker in my life. And so, this COVID is so gentle by comparison that I'm just kinda glad I got it over for the year. I mean, definitely, I'll probably still get the vaccine just because I know there's various strains and I don't want to do this again this year. But so that's what's up. So everybody's swinging up, everybody's feeling better. So that's good. Mars was only sick for like a day and a half. Then she was fine. Um, hmm Matea was sick for a few more days than that. Us old ladies, we were sick for quite a bit longer than that. But and my nephew was just only mildly sick and massively irritated that his mom wouldn't let him go to work or see his girlfriend. But when you've got the vid. So I will have to say, get vaccinated. My God, no one wants this. This is crazy contagious. I mean, you consider all six of us on our trip got COVID. Like nobody escaped it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I was not here last week either, Pamela. So you and I are in the know. So I did tell you in Luminous last week that the show wouldn't be live, but you may not have seen it. So yeah, sorry guys. But do you want to hear about my trip? Because I really want to tell you about my trip. You know how we are. We had a lot of fun. I'm probably mostly hoarse from all of the laughing. Maybe I haven't recovered yet. Right, Denise? That must have been some trip for sure. I'm going to put a link in the chat room over at 12 Radio that is a public share of a little album I made of pictures from our trip. So I'm also going to just go ahead and stream those here on the show so that you guys can see them because I know a lot of you really wanted to see Halloween Town and talk about it. So here's the deal. Halloween Town is a display. It is, pop culture as an homage to the first Halloween Town movie because this is where it was filmed. It was filmed in a little town in Oregon called St. Helens. And St. Helens, a few years ago, decided, like kind of as a Chamber of Commerce type move, to open up to the public in the fall and do a Halloween Town event. So they do it for about 6 weeks, and you have to buy tickets. And there's the whole display at the courthouse, as well as a bunch of vendor booths, and another like uh, big shed thing that you walk through with all kinds of Halloween displays. There's a ferry ride out to a little island where they have a Bigfoot hunt. That was really fun. And there's a train ride that drives you down along the river. There's a spook alley that I did not do because by then my poor legs were just 150% done. There was also an alien museum that I also didn't do because it was up a flight of steep stairs. But the kids said it was awesome. When we were going, though, we discovered two things. There is a house in St. Helens that was used in the movie Twilight. It was Bella Swan's house. And that's why we went to Halloween, or that's why my nephew Mike came because he is a huge Twilight fan. So he thought that was going to be awesome. And it was. So that's kind of the crux of it. And then we discovered that the Goonies house is in Astoria, which was only about an hour from there. But I have to say, probably one of the most marvelous things that was on our trip, and I didn't put any pictures of it in the slideshow. I can't believe I didn't, but I may still have a bit of COVID brain. But our Airbnb, it was in Longmont, Washington, Longmont, I think, called Sasquatch's Retreat. Highly recommended if you're going to that area. Go stay in that house. The house is like it's super old, has hardwood floors. It's very cute, all redone, and we were really comfy there. But the cool thing about the house wasn't the house. The yard was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. The backyard was this massive secret garden. Mostly just like blackberry brambles and grapevines and enormous trees, fruit trees everywhere, and all of these little statues and stuff everywhere, and paths, and a whole bunch of really weird, creepy outbuildings that you could definitely imagine somebody coming running out with a, chainsaw or something. I spent so much time. The backyard is 2 acres. Like, it's not just a backyard, 2 acres of this stuff. You walk forever and think at some point you'd be done. There's picnic tables kind of throughout. If I lived in that house, that outdoor office, I would spend my entire summer out there. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I had took my coffee out there every morning. They invite you to harvest as much of the fruit as you want to enjoy. So we were out there picking apples and pears and berries and grapes and plums and just it was astonishing, you guys. And because it's the Pacific Northwest, everything was covered in moss. There was moss hanging in big drapes from some of the trees. My God. And it had a resident cat that lived in the backyard too. And she was just cool as hell too. So, anyway, all of it was a pretty amazing experience. So, with all of that being said, I'm going to pull up the slideshow and I'll go through some pictures just for fun. Hopefully, I'm not boring you to death. This was a super fun trip. And I might even tell you, you guys know that no trip is complete for us until somebody has peed their pants. I think you know that. It was me. I'll tell you about it. Okay, here we go. So that's the courthouse and the big pumpkin. This is Hot Lake Springs. It's in Oregon. It's just a really cool place, a really haunted old hotel. Mars and Kara. Here's our crew in the car, most of us. We dressed up for Halloween Town, and these are our glamour shots getting ready to go. A lot of witches there, a lot of people in costume. And so, of course, we went in costume because who are we, right? Mike, a Twilight shirt, perfect for him. My girls were young witches. Mars and now Matea. Don't they look cute? I really wanted to wrestle witches hats on them, but they weren't having it. This is the backyard, one little shot of it. That little swirly tree I thought was so cool. It was dead, but it was super cool. Uh, Mortal World tickets here. This is the theater that was featured in that movie in Halloween Town. And just a lot of little bits of, memorabilia from the movies. If you haven't seen the movies, it's not as exciting probably, but for us, it was like the coolest thing ever. You're just running from one thing to the next. I mean, this pumpkin was like the crux of the movie. And that's the big courthouse where basically a lot of the movie happens in front of it. And there's the cab with Benny, the skeleton cab driver. Here's Mars in front of a mermaid. Mars was scared to death of mermaids when she was little, so she had to go and prove she's not afraid anymore. There's Kara getting it from the Grim Reaper. Per normal, you can't take us anywhere. This is at the Goonies house. This killed me. Every sign around there said, "Hey, you guys." Here's the girls in Astoria. Here we are at the beach. It was a very cloudy, damp, overcast day, Pacific Northwest to a T, right? And it was just gorgeous. So that was super fun. And that's it. So there's a few peaks at our trip. Now, my nephew Mike is a funny kid, and he will say things that are really like out of pocket that you don't expect. And we got to the house after Halloween Town and walking up the steps to the house. And I was trying to hurry into the house because I was peeing my pants, 46-year-old bladder, mother of three, you know, I got nothing left. And so I'm walking up the front steps of the house. Mike's right in front of me. And out of nowhere, he yells, "Honk if you're horny." And just then, Kara had done the clicker to lock the car. And Matea said, "Well, that was unfortunate timing." And it killed me. And it was probably a you have to be there moment. But you guys, when I tell you, I laughed until I was just hanging over the banister. I fully peed my pants on the front steps. I know. It wasn't that funny, but it was that funny in the moment. There was also a moment driving home where we were taking turns choosing the song, and we were mostly picking like things we could sing along to that we knew well and loved. And Christy had requested Tracy Chapman "Fast Car," a song we all love. Well, for whatever reason, Kara's phone would not play that song to save our lives. It would play about two lines and then buffer for like 30 seconds. So slowly inching through this chopped up version of this song, and it's just getting stupider and stupider. And the crazy thing is, all the songs before it and after it played just fine. It was just this song. But partway through it, Karen looks right at her phone and yells, "You son of a bitch!" And it killed me. I laughed about it the whole rest of the day. Uh, I laughed about it in the Airbnb on the way home that night. I was dead. It was so funny the way she yelled that. Like she meant business. So anyway, those were two funny highlights for me. But overall, it was great. The ocean was absolutely magical. You got to understand, for a landlocked girl, I have not been to the ocean in 10 years. And my girls have both only been to the ocean once. Now we only had like 30 minutes to spend on the coast. We were just passing through, but to get to take a little stop and go put our feet in the sand, and the girls actually got in the water a tiny bit. It's just very, very cool for us. We also found a dead jellyfish, so that was cool too. We poked it with sticks and turned it over and stuff because we're creepy like that. But at any rate, that was that was the trip. So somebody said, "Was it like that before Halloween Town?" I don't think so. I think it was just the square there then, the where the courthouse is and stuff. I mean, it's a cool spot regardless, but I don't think that it was actually like that they had the pumpkin and that kind of cool stuff there. But they do now. It's a great idea. It's a really good way for them to boost their economy and, bring a lot of people to town. A lot of tourists come and go to it. There were a lot of people there when we were there, and it's not even October yet. So this weekend, I think, is when they're doing the big ceremony and great pumpkin lighting. We weren't, October wasn't going to be a good month for us to travel, so we went in September. But anyway, yeah. So that's all. That was it. And thanks you guys who ordered honey. You guys are amazing. I want to let you know that the new honey will be restocked by Friday. So we are selling out of it faster than we're getting new batches made, which is fine. I'm not complaining. But just so you know, but also Saturday is our first fall fair. So if you are a local, we're going to be at Mystic Misfits the afternoon of Saturday the 7th. So come see us. And honey will be fully restocked there as well if you want to come pick up honey from us there. Uh, as law as well as so much other cool stuff. My gosh. You do order on Etsy, Sherry. I'll share you a link. There's not very much in the store right now. There's hot honey and a tiny bit of rose and lavender left. And that's it. All of the chai has been gone for a minute because it's amazing. I discovered while being sick, actually at the suggestion of my brilliant cousin, to make a hot toddy with, I'm using uh, Montana honey moonshine with lemon, obviously, and chai honey, because I do have a tiny stash for myself. Tiny, it's about gone. And then, of course, you top it off with hot water, and it's like a hot lemonade with whiskey. Man, that makes my lungs feel good. Just warms up my whole chest and so, so good. Yeah, some warm Manuka honey. I need to get some, Maureen. I don't have any. But yeah, but the hot toddy, wow. That's helped me a ton. So anyway, yeah. But that will be there. And also, I'm sure I'll share some footage on my page of our booth because you know how we do. We love doing that. Pretty exciting. So I don't have a lot of new entries. I have a lot of things that I made earlier this spring and things that I'm just, you know, definitely still working on. But we had a big special order for embroidery to do for a whole office, uh, a medical office, who have a coworker that's battling breast cancer. And of course, it's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So they're allowed to wear jeans on Fridays. So they ordered 13 T-shirts that are embroidered in the corner with the breast cancer ribbon that say "Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone." And then her shirt says "Cancer messed with the wrong girl." So that is that's been captivating our attention quite a bit, but I'm so excited about it. It's a cool project. So that's what we've been working on. Yeah. Oh, Maureen said, "My mom always gave us a hot toddy with a little Irish whiskey. It did the trick." Nice. Of whiskey, I had peanut butter, and that was it. And I thought that would be weird. So, you know, I went with the other stuff. Yeah. Oh, Kev says there's a supplement I use called Wellness Formula by Source Naturals that I find helpful. You know, I deal with some viral stuff, and it absolutely assists me with its healing. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah. So I've been off of my RA med, my like the biologic, since January because in January I had a huge medication meltdown that really, really compromised my immune system for a while. So I've had to stay off of a biologic for most of this year. And I'm supposed to be back on one now, but my insurance has taken a long time to get it approved. And I am thinking that's probably why I came through COVID so much easier this time. So that's a mixed blessing. It's a blessing. But by next week I should be back on the biologics. Okay. Sid said, "So glad you got a chance to smell the ocean air. I wish I was still close to the beach, but glad I still get some of the smell 3 miles inland." Yeah, there's something really special about that, huh, Sid? Manuka on sale at Costco. Good to know, Lillian. Mary said, "The ocean is my home." Yeah, it is not mine. I'll tell you. I am a landlocked girl, I guess. The ocean scares the shit out of me. It does. That vast amount of water going out on the ocean, I think, is kind of terrifying. Like, not scary enough that I wouldn't go, but the ocean frightens me. And I think maybe it should. I mean, that's first of all, just the power of water is pretty immense. Second of all, if I had to swim myself to safety, I don't know if I could. Third of all, there are things in those depths we don't know shit about, and it freaks me out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, just looking through the chat really quick. Hi to everybody. Good to see you all here. I did not have any conversations with the resident spirits there at the Pamela. You were asking about that haunted hotel. I'm going back there. You can stay there, and it's like this healing hot springs. So you stay there, you eat in their restaurant, you party in their bar, you soak in their hot pools. Like it's all inclusive. You could go there for a few days and just do nothing but stay there. And like it's ancient, super old. I would love to do that. Uh, I didn't though. I was super distracted. I had a ton going on at the moment. My phone kept ringing with family stuff, and I just didn't. I didn't really have a chance to tap into it. However, Kara said that she had an experience in one of the rooms where she felt like something put its arm around her shoulders. So yeah, you could tell it was haunted. You could feel all kinds of activity in there. I just wasn't in the mindset to have much of an experience, but I want to go back and stay there. Don't you think? Obviously, right? I mean, even if you just use that as the first leg of your journey to the Pacific Northwest for something, yeah, and even stayed overnight so you could soak in the hot pools and experience the ghosties and just have the experience. I'm all about it. I'll bet the beds aren't comfortable. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Lillian's going to Hot Springs next weekend. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Gonna jump back in the other chat room here real quick. Oh, Geraldine has moved. She said I moved into an RV park in Pahrump. Okay. Sure, for some temporary lodging. Okay. Well, well, I'm glad that you got moved and that you're safe over there. Probably not the worst place to winter. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lillian's not. She says, I need to go there and get in the hot springs. Truth. Yeah. We have a lot of hot springs around here because where I live is super volcanic. And so there are a lot of hot springs that, have been developed into, you know, like regular swimming pool type settings. But there's also natural ones that you can just drive out to and get in, you know. There's one about an hour from here that you can drive right up to. There's a few in a place called Green Canyon here that are amazing, but they're on private property. But a few years ago, we had permission to go from the people that own the land, and it was a pretty good hike to get into it. But it was flat, so it wasn't like really hard. It was just fairly long. But the hot spring was amazing, amazing. But then you have to, when you're done, you got to find a way to, get decent again so that you can walk back out. But there's one that's you can actually like literally drive right up to, and I really want to go there. Maybe I can talk Mars into going with me. And Mars, by the way, is moving. She's going to go be the assistant coach on her junior college team for this year and help out. So she's headed back to Montana, and she could not be more thrilled. So we'll miss her, but we kind of like that feral life of being empty nesters too. So, it'll be fine. Okay, Pamela said, if you're taking requests, I could really use a clearing. I can't get out of my own damn way. Okay, that's usually a good time for it. Pamela, let's start at your feet and command a Merkaba clearing, commanding billions of many points of light to flood your system now, completely healing, clearing, and releasing any and all energetic blocks, barriers, traps, any old energy that needs to be cleared, any energetic influences from other people, any energy that is not yours, any psychic debris, attack, cords, connections, and any other energetic influence that could be holding you back or holding you down now, commanding these frequencies to be healed and cleared and rendered neutral and inert in all directions of time now, through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. Okay, so we're just going to move all the way through you. It'll take me a minute. A Merkaba clearing is normally a clearing I do in a 15-minute TBS. So this is definitely a condensed version, but uh, I think it's good. I love this clearing because it heals on three or clears on three levels at the same time, which to me is a huge bargain of time and space, to do everything at once. Okay, clearing through your root. So your root's been a little bit out of whack, Pamela, I think because of chronic pain. So we're going to get you really grounded through this process because I think what's happening is you're not very grounded, which is making you feel weird, which is adding to your general frustration at work, at your family, at yourself, at just, everything kind of causing frustration, but also making you feel stuck. So that things like phone calls that need to be made, appointments that need to be made, things that need to be attended to are not. So we're going to break that loose for you so that you can get back on your stuff. All right, moving up through your sacral and into your solar plexus, just really clearing out some of that self doubt and some of the blocks that have been there that I think are part of what's keeping you from getting on your horse here. But I agree that lack of action is hurting you here because not only are you not getting things done that need to be done and taken care of, you're also really suffering a lot in the process. Okay, moving through that high heart, lots of stuff clearing here. There's lots of family stuff, work stuff clearing out through your high heart. That's probably been a part of it. All right, moving up through that throat. I'm going to open your throat up for communication regarding asking for help or just asking questions. This may not even be about asking for help per se, but just asking the questions that need to be asked to move you along here in your process. All right, through that third eye and crown, and your crown is way too big. So I'm going to pull that down. See, I think it's the root crown connection that by and large is what's got you so stuck. So I'm going to balance that crown. I'm going to go back to your root and just do, now that we've got all that clearing done, do another big grounding. So I want to be able to send that energy from your left foot really deep into the earth. Then I want to be able to pull a big burst of it all the way up into the top of your head and back down into the earth. And I'll run that a few times. Good. I'm going to clear your aura while we're at it here. Plenty of debris there. Okay, so going back to your feet and commanding a Merkaba blessing, commanding billions of many points of light to flood your system now, completely shifting your frequency to a place of balance, to a place of homeostasis, to a place of peace, to a place of action and movement forward, and to a deep inner knowing that all is well. Commanding these frequencies to shift through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. And as always, the blessing part happens much, much faster than the clearing. So we'll let that move through you. Good. Okay, just checking my work. The root and crown still look really good. I wanted that. I'm just going to beef up the light in your solar plexus a little bit here too, because you need that to get motivated and get moving. Whew. Okay, ma'am. That's that. Let me know how that feels and if there's anything we need to keep working on there, but I feel like that is a good thing. Yeah. Okay. The dog is going to stay here. Yeah, Nellie's going to stay here. We'll go visit constantly. We love that place. So we'll take her to visit, but yeah, she's going to stay here for now. Uh, yeah, her living situation wouldn't support her. Okay, Trishy would love a birthday reading. Happy birthday, my dear friend. Let's pull you a few cards. Okay. So, Lillian, I have to tell you about a miracle with my ears that I had last night. Maybe we've stumbled upon something. Okay, but I'll do that in a sec. Okay, Trish. right on the top. Okay. Whoo. We'll take it. Okay. So the first card, so we're looking at the first few months of this turn of the wheel for you, solar plexus chakra. So we're talking about confidence, self-worth, personal power, a really good boost for you. And I feel like this is a good boost for you that you have been through so much transition this year. And this is the spot where you really settle in the next few months to your living arrangement, to being a dog mom, to work stuff, and just really get very clear about what you are doing, what you want to be doing, and really starting to love your life there. So I really like that. That looks like a good confidence booster and a reminder to you that you can and do make great decisions. The next card, so this is mid year, rejoice in celebration. There is some celebration coming. There's some more transition coming for you. I think this is job related. I also feel like there'll be some travel coming up too, sometime in there. So we're talking like February, March, April, May ish. But the celebration card does not escape me that this will be a time where there's a lot to celebrate, a lot of good things happening. Really, really good stuff for you. And then the last part of next a year, the transformation card. Here she is, because you are transforming again. I kind of wonder if you're going to retire, love. I feel like you'll be transforming into the next stage of what you want to do with your life and with your time. And it's all very positive. I feel like you've got so much good happening here. And that this next turn of the wheel, it won't be as chaotic. It certainly won't have the grief that this one did, or all of the shifting and transitions that you've had to adjust to. But I do feel like it'll be full of blessings and some really fun stuff and good opportunities for you to relax a little bit. So happy birthday. Love it. Okay, Lillian, I will do some work on your ear, but I got to tell you. So anytime I get sick, especially with something like COVID that swells up your joints, my jaws suck as it is, and so my jaw will swell. And this isn't just when I get sick. This is randomly because of RA. My jaws swell up. And when they do, it blocks my eustachian tubes from draining, and I get all this fluid behind my ears, and I am just deaf as hell. So I can talk on the phone, no problem. I can be on the radio, no problem, because I have headphones on, but or a phone up to my ear. But just even hearing Scott in the other room can be a challenge. So yesterday, I woke up very, very blocked, and it was coming. My jaws have been pretty mad, and I think all the coughing is flaring them up. So I had this thought. I've really discovered Volatrin gel recently. Do you guys know what it is? It's this NSAID anti-inflammatory gel that you can rub right on the sore spot rather than take a pill. And my rheumatologist absolutely loves it and had recommended it. And also Costco. You can get it at Costco for a damn good price. But anyway, so I thought, what if I put Volatrin gel on both jaw, like all on the jaw, clear down the side of my neck, behind my ear, that whole area a few times a day. So I started trying that yesterday. And when I went to bed, because you can use Flonase. And when you put it in your nose, you kind of angle it out so that it goes back towards your eardrum, back towards the back of your sinuses. And sometimes I do that every day to help keep my ears clear. But so I did that and I did the Volatrin and I went to bed and my ears drained all night long, like all night. At some point, I thought, I'm going to have to go to the doctor tomorrow. I have an ear infection. It's not an ear infection. It is, I think the Volatrin worked. So, anyway, for what it's worth, Lillian, consider what your jaws are doing and if your jaw is actually the problem. I had a chiropractor tell me once that it's almost always the jaw that's the problem, interestingly enough. But anyway, so I'm just sharing that because it worked for me and I'm blown away and thrilled. So there you go. Okay, but I will put a little chi ball around your ear. So we're going to go with aquamarine to help lower inflammation and unblock your ear. It's the worst feeling, isn't it? I'm sure other feelings are worse, but it's a pretty crappy one. Okay, there you go. Okay. The spelling of the cream, it's Volatrin. VOL something. ARTREN, something along those lines. You can buy it just like at Walmart too in there, like with Asper cream and stuff like that. But this is next level. It's so good. Okay. Pamela said, "You are such a love and so spot on. I try to clear myself, but I get overwhelmed. Yes, I have many things to address, and I really need to get over that hump." Well, let's let it be that. Thanks, you guys. A couple of people wrote it out for you, JR. Thank you. Yeah, highly recommended. Volatrin, because I live with all these dogs that want to lick me all the time, I never put it on my hands or feet because I don't want to poison anybody. But my jaw, that's okay. Cherry said, "Many changes at work. How do you see it playing out? I have a wonky vibe these days." She's thinking she should just quit work and become a princess. Well, maybe. Maybe so. See, I'd want to quit work and become some kind of like forest hag or something that lives in a cottage and does mysterious things. I don't know what those things would be. I'll come up with it. I do mysterious things anyway. Okay, Sherry, let's lean into the work situation. Looks to me like there's going to be about 2 months of chaos. Some really hard feelings. Your job is secure. Really hard feelings though. And yeah, you're going to want to clear that space every chance you get. If you have a desk or like a workspace of your own, if you can, put a salt lamp on your desk. That'll help start clearing some of this stuff because it's chaos. For about 2 months. After that, I actually feel like things settle in and get a lot more organized and just start feeling better. So there is that. But ultimately, I feel like it is going to be okay. But you definitely want to take a little time to clear that space here and there because it's going to be wild for a hot minute. Again, I feel like you are safe and sound, but not everybody is. Okay. All right. Just checking on the chat rooms here. Oh, let's see, Kev. Several of you guys are asking for clearings. I think, in, out of respect for the amount of time we actually have, let's do a group clearing. I think that would probably be the best way for us to serve everybody here. So let's use a singing bowl and do it together. So if you feel like you are in the needing a clearing club, and you might be, the collective energy this week is not that great. Thus far, it has felt pretty murky, sad, griefy. Is that a word? Um, just kind of blah. And I know a lot of you guys are just, trying to keep clawing your way back to the top, just find a way to be okay. And that's kind of what we're all doing all the time, isn't it? But a good clearing would help collectively. I know I've said this a lot, but we're a hot mess. So we're going to just make this super simple. I'm going to play the bowl, and all you have to do is just sit with that vibe and allow the frequency of the singing bowl to clear out and clear away anything you're carrying that's no longer serving you. This could be energy that belongs to someone else. It could be psychic attacks, psychic debris, cords, connections. It could be your own resentment, frustration, grief, illness, or just anything else that's holding you back or holding you down. Let me play the bowl for you here for a minute, and you do the work of letting yourself let go of it. Okay? So here we go. Good. Okay, so I'm going to play the bowl one more time. And this time, I would like you to allow the frequency of the singing bowl to help expand your heart energy. So you're going to sit with your heart chakra. That's that chakra in the middle of your chest, pink or green combo of which you also, some people see it as gold. Doesn't matter. But as I play the bowl, I want you to envision that light from your heart getting bigger and expanding bigger and bigger until it has just fully enveloped your body, your spirit, just holding you in that heart light. So here we go. Starting in the middle of your chest, letting that light expand, getting bigger and bigger, and brighter and brighter. Totally enveloping you in that heart light. Good. Okay. So that is that. By the way, you should have received Luminous about 11 this morning. And there is an article in there I put together about the song The Monster Mash. You know, it's a graveyard smash. We do the mash. The Monster Mash. I I shared a video of the singer-songwriter performing it in 1964. It is such a delight. You have to go and watch it. We're not going to get to it today on the show, but you've got to go see it because it is so cute. His facial expressions and the way he's kind of acting it out while he sings the song is so awesome. His name is Bobby Pickett, by the way, and he was a singer-songwriter in the 50s and 60s, most uh, predominantly in 70s, I think. But at any rate, go check that out and listen to watch him perform that song. It's so awesome. So I'm going to put a link for Luminous in both of the chat rooms in case you didn't receive it, but I'm not going to go through it on the show today. I just am not going to have time. I can see it right now. Okay, so hopefully that was a clearing that helped a lot of you. It's probably good for me too. Okay, Kev, let's take a look at those sinuses. So let's call in the ethereal energy of sterling silver and run that from the top of your head all the way down through the back of your neck and all the way through your sinuses. That'll just run through you. And then I'm going to put an aquamarine chi ball around your whole head to help cut that inflammation and help those sinuses heal up. But you've sure got some pressure. That pressure that's up here is probably coming from the back of your neck. So don't forget to give your neck some really good rehab in the process. Good. Okay. We are going to run right out of time here. It was a graveyard smash. I love that because that song was Lillian said she was 14 when it came out. I can remember in grade school that song every year that they would play that at you might perform it at some kind of a Halloween thing or definitely do a cakewalk to it or something. Yeah. Love it. Yes, and totally check it out. It's a blast from the past for probably all of us. If any of you have never heard that song before, please say so. I will be shocked and amazed. But but I won't judge you. I will judge your parents. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All righty, guys. I think that we have done it. Oh, Red and Dunn said castor oil or peppermint oil can sometimes help a swollen jaw or joint. True. Good suggestion. Birch oil as well. Might be a good combo with that. Yeah. Alrighty, and I know we didn't get to everybody, so I'm sorry about for that, but you know how it goes. I want to remind you that I am a professional psychic advisor over at one2listen.com. You can find me over there every single day, including this one, and doing readings, healings, clearings, animal communication, mediumship. I'll help you in any way that I can, of course. You already know this, but my clients and my listeners here, you guys are a family to me. And I am invested in your well being, and I'm always here to help. So I'm at one2listen.com, number one, number two, listen.com. Yeah. All righty, you guys. Well, take care. Have a great week. I will too. We'll just keep swinging up. And thanks for being here. This has been yet another production of The Katie Weaver Show here on 1 2 Radio, where we're changing the way we listen to the world.